Hello, 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 and welcome back to Love and Action Network's Daily Boost. I'm Tara Prilo. I'm your resident white-facing biracial multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. I'm going to share this out with some peeps. You can do the same on all the platforms. There we go. We're live on the Instagram. I'll check your comments a little bit later. What is Love in Action at Work? Did I say who I am? I'm Tara Parolo. I'm your resident white-facing biracial multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the issues that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Love in Action Network is a peer support organization where we encourage, equip, and empower you to put your love in action. Our CEP is Dr. Flo, Andre in the Flow, and Andre in the Flow. You can find him on all platforms at Andre in the Flow. He is currently booking and accepting new clients as well as moving the love experience forward. So make sure you're checking out the website at the bottom of the screen, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. Okay, we're going to move quick today because that is our recipe. You're going to get the juice as quick as we can give it to you, child. So we're going to start with the We the Urban as per usual. Some days you're healing. Some days you're feeling. Some days you're thriving. Some days you're surviving. All are valid. Give yourself grace. May you attract a love that is considerate and gentle with your heart. It's going to work out. It's going to be okay. And those two repeat all the way down. I am trying to find, I have found the things. Is that a premium feature? Oh, y'all, I'm learning new things. All right. It's going to be okay. It's going to work out. Affirm. I can only control what I can control. Asking for help is a sign of strength. I am capable of overcoming financial challenges. Not everyone has to like me. The opinions of others do not define me. Rejection is not the end of the world. What is meant for me will find its way to me. Taking care of my well-being is my priority. Worrying won't change the outcome. I am resilient and adaptable. I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Stagnant waters breed mosquitoes. Sometimes I got to go back to that. Sorry. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Stagnant waters breed mosquitoes, otherwise known as people who just suck stuff out of you. They suck it, right? Now listen, y'all. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Love and Action Network does that daily, every single day, especially in Dr. Flo's program, Unfuckwithable. Get in the door, y'all. We push each other to grow. We are so excited when people grow. Joy is the revolution, and we find joy sometimes by growing, right? Having fun together, growing together, all of those things, right? Y'all get it? I am, I can, and I will. 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 Hello, Dr. Flo. Hello, Dr. Flo. I am, I can, and I will. Also, did y'all see, if you're watching the replay, y'all, the way that Dr. Flo's first comment showed up and then the emoji showed up later is real amusing. Anyway, I am, I can. We're talking about growth. Love and Action Network, lovedandlovable.bio.link. Jump in. Thank you. I'm loving the restream vibes. Sometimes the most kind and mature thing you can do is let someone face the consequences of their actions instead of letting your empathy impede that process. I'm going to read that one more time because drink your water and mind your business, child. Sometimes the most kind and mature thing you can do is let someone face the consequences of their actions instead of letting your empathy impede that process. Next slide. It's okay to establish boundaries with family. That's a repeating one. It repeats 6 times. It is okay to establish boundaries with family. Next one. Change is uncomfortable but necessary. I usually say, become uncomfortable enough to change. Become uncomfortable enough to change. Become uncomfortable enough to change. Next slide. Start actually believing you are deserving and watch what happens. I don't know if we're listening to this over on TikTok as well, if we're out loud, but Tom, that slide is for you. That slide is for you. Start actually believing you are deserving and watch what happens. And watch what happens. The affirmation that they have in there today in the caption is I honor my growth and celebrate my process. But I got to go back to the I am, I can, and I will. That is my word for today. I listen every time I feel a little discouraged, I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. Another affirmation for y'all that you can put in the comments later or whatever, doesn't really matter when. But today is Third Eye Chakra Friday. What do you see? I see, I see, I see success. I see love. I see change. I see joy. Yeah. I see community. I see conversation. I see the world changing. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Some reflection questions. Let's see. Let's do insight and clarity today. Oh, which I didn't even read the questions, but y'all, this fits. How clear is my vision for my future and my life's purpose? I also feel like, oh no, we're good. All right. How clear is my vision for my future and my life's purpose? What insights have I gained recently about myself and my path? How do I cultivate, clarify, wait, try again, Tara. How do I cultivate clarity of thought and vision in my daily life? How clear is my vision for the future, for my future and my life's purpose? Listen, I feel like I am still working around like I don't want to call this in, right? We were just talking about law of attraction on Dr. Flo's TikTok live. And so I don't necessarily want to call this in, but I've been feeling very stuck in the strategy and the how of what that future quantum field self-care looks like. Great. Great. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, Angie. Hey, girl. And so, I know I see you in the comments with the ICs. How clear is my vision for my future and my life's purpose? I often think it's muddy lately. I've been like, oh, I just don't know how to describe it. I don't know what, I don't know, you know. And I don't want to call that feeling in because I do know. I'm just maybe blocking it, right? I'm maybe scared of it a little bit. Let's see. So, Dr. Flo says, I see boundless opportunity. Yes. I see lots of change on the horizon. I'm learning new things. I see abundance. I see the shift. Look at me. I'm learning new things. Hello, Angie. Thanks so much for joining us. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Okay. What insights have I gained recently about myself and my path? Exactly what I was just sharing. That sometimes my vision is muddy. I've always considered myself to be a good visioner, but I stop at what the reality is. And I am challenged constantly in this network to dream beyond, right? I am having a feeling of dukkha. Yes. What is beyond? What can't I see? Why am I holding some of these ideas to myself? Yesterday, I got up in my Instagram stories because somebody lit a fire under my butt. And I was like, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about how one-to-one is sometimes not the best. We got to talk about how there's resources available. And we got to talk about how we can't find them, which Dr. Flo has been talking about literally since the day I met him, that we can't just go on the internet and look for voice teachers. What if there was a database? What if there was a pool of funds, a large pool of funds for people to create their own recitals, their own shows, their own music? What if there was a pool of money to pull from? What about these ideas? What is next? What is beyond? And so, I stunt myself in this visioning process of like, yeah, okay, girl, Okay, girl, it's a great idea, but how are you actually going to get there? And so I pause, I get muddy in that vision, in that what is my future? I think I'm pretty clear in my life's purpose, but what is my future? Right? What is my future? That's a good reminder. Thank you, Dr. Flo. I don't know if I have to like do anything in the chat overlay. Oh, there we go. Help me, I suffer. I hunger, mother. Okay, last question. How do I cultivate clarity of thought and vision in my daily life? Unfuckwithable with flow, talking to people that I trust, talking to my friends, um, talking to myself, honestly, talking to my dogs. Like, yeah, I I hunger, mother. That was my child when we got home from vaccines this morning. And if you're hearing the snoring, that is my dog Moose. Y'all are welcome. Anyway, I have to recenter myself on the question. Yeah, talking to people that I trust and having them reflect back to me, and even like having this discussion on Instagram at the moment is really giving me a lot of clarity on like what people want, and like I had it wrong. You heard it here first. Tara was wrong. Tara thought that people needed a place to sort of like just explore and like come together. In reality, they need an idea and they need to parse through that idea. So I am always going to have to lead the discussion or come with an idea to discuss with people. And then they will go through other stipulations. They'll go through other iterations. They'll bring things to the table, right? But until a person who is constantly seeking growth, who is constantly wanting to get out of this capitalist white supremacist society, who constantly wants people to do better for themselves, who constantly wants people to be free, right? I want people to be free. That part, Dr. Flo, don't get used to it, right? So I thought, well, let me just be open. Let me just be completely open and let people tell me, right? I should just be the listener. And what I learned from that is no one was then having the conversation. No one was giving me clarity of thought and vision because I didn't have it for myself, because I was expecting somebody else to give it to me. I was expecting someone else to give me the conversation topic. I was expecting someone else to give me my life's purpose. Which the Tara was wrong part. Right? I'd always wanted to just make room for people, to hold space for people. That's all I wanted to do. That's what I thought my life's purpose was. I'm good at holding space. But other people, as we've talked about for years, this is a long one, y'all. Other people, as we've talked about for years, often cannot find the conversation in the room. You know what I'm really gifted at? You know what I'm really gifted at? Finding the conversation that suits everybody in the room, right? Broadening a conversation about voice teachers to a conversation about capitalism. Broadening that into a global conversation, right? That is my gift. That is my life's purpose. My life's purpose is to get people free, to free their minds so that they don't resort to dropping bombs on people. Y'all, the clarity today. I'm going to have to watch this one back for me. For me, right? Sometimes we do this for you, but also you all have to realize, or should realize, or can realize, that oftentimes we're doing these daily boosts and we're talking through these daily boosts and we're answering these questions while we're doing it in front of you to liberate you, right? If we liberate ourselves, we liberate other people. It's for us, right? Dr. Flo yesterday, I know, was doing throat chakra day, one of his favorite days, right? And he went a little long, right? Right? Because sometimes it's for us. Sometimes it's for us to sit here and realize, Terry, your whole entire strategy was just wrong. It's not that you have a muddy vision. It's that the infrastructure that you built for your vision didn't work. Sometimes it's for me, and you all just benefit. Sometimes it's for me, and you all just benefit. I am, I can, I will. I am, I can, I will. I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. I will. I am, I can, and I will. It's the I will that's hitting me today because I have felt for the last month or so, I won't and I can't. I am, I can, and I will. This is for me. This is for me. Let's move on to the Melody Beatty about forgiveness. Because sometimes we got to forgive ourselves too, right? Oh, that's my fall contract. If you're interested in voice lessons, you can come study with me. I've got about 4-ish slots open. Okay, I think we are on day 6. Yes. Okay. This is the Melody Beatty 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact. Those of you that are regular listeners, you will know. Oh, and it's a gratitude focus. Okay. If we can't forgive someone else or ourselves, compassion is the next best thing. Before I read this gratitude focus, y'all, remember that we are a bring your own belief organization. Okay. We're a bring your own belief organization. So replace the word God. I'm going to replace it with love for me. But you can replace it with higher power. You can place it spaghetti monster, whatever makes you feel good. Okay. The gratitude focus today. Don't just say, there, but for the grace of love, go I. What even is that? There, but for the grace of love, go I. What are we, Yoda? All right. We can be thankful for all the times it was us when we received enough grace and forgiveness to get through it or change. One more time. Don't just say, there, but for the grace of love, go I, otherwise known as I go. We can be thankful for all the times it was us when we received enough grace and forgiveness to get through it or change. I am, I can, and I will. That is the message for today. Listen, y'all. There was one more slide on there that was like so good. The We the Urban, like I keep saying, like, oh, I wish Black Liturgies would come back out, but We the Urban has been hitting it lately, y'all. And Dr. Flo, I would encourage you to go back and catch the very beginning of this because when I did read the first slide of the We the Urban, I think that would resonate with you. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Stagnant waters breed mosquitoes. I am, I can, and I will. That's it for me. Child, I don't care if it's a churchy phrase or not. Go I. Yoda. Hello? I go. Okay. Anyway, let me get off here before I offend some people. Dr. Flo is going to be back tomorrow. We'll both be back on Sunday for a brand new week. I think, my Spill the Beans is going to be up a half hour today. So I will actually be back live in about an hour here on all 3 of my platforms for my Spill the Beans. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see what occurs to me in the next hour. Deconstruction Junctions, it's on Tuesdays. We may need to change the time or day. I will be talking to Dr. Flo about that over the next week, but we would really appreciate your RSVPs. You can do that at lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. Pop in either of our DMs to talk about what you want to deconstruct. Okay. And we'll see you around the network. We'll see you around the block. We'll see you in the telly. We'll see you in Liberation Conversations. We'll see you in your joy as a revolution. All the things. We will see you around. We will see you around. Continue to be anti racist. Be safe. Wear a mask. Make good trouble. Do good work. I love y'all hardcore. You are loved and lovable, and ain't nobody can change that. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.